What's up there, YouTubers? This is Winnick3, and today we're going to be doing a tutorial on a game called Torn City. So what you want to do first is just start the missions. Now you can do the gym and everything in a minute, but you need to actually know the basics of the game. So visit your home. It's quite basic, all of this stuff is. Increase your stats, get a job, start an education course, take a trip to the city. Okay, so first we'll go into properties, and this is our shack. It's quite basic. It gives us about 100 happiness. It is the starting property. You can't get rid of it. You can upgrade to better properties, but I will show you that in a minute. There is loads of different ways of training, and there's a progress bar here. It's quite simple, really. You just press 1 on the train, or you can make this figure bigger. As you can see, you've just used up a little bit of energy by doing that, and it uses 5 energy every time you train 1. Now you can put in like a bigger number and train that if you want to, or just like if you said you wanted to train 2 in strength, it uses up 10 energy instead of 5. And you get a little bit of bonus, and then you can see that I've just got 4% off that. So I'm just going to get through this Premier Fitness very fast. You can see the stats on it. It's a basic stats, and the more higher up you go, the better the stats are. Now, education is a really important part of the game. It's something that you really do need to put like your energy and money into it, because it takes a really long time to actually get to a good point. The one I normally go into first is history, because with the last upgrade you unlock the museum, and this basically is something that you need for when you get to level 15. So it is best to go into history first. So we'll just join the course, and it takes 1 week, and this is real life time, by the way. It costs 200, and it costs 10 energy, and it's a tier 1, so sign me up. You also get a bit of intelligence and some endurance from this, but I'll tell you about that in a minute once we go into jobs. And there should be a job listing. The best one to go with is the army for the time being. The grocer isn't really that good for stats. At least the army, you could probably use it in the future if you want to be doing some swine. Okay, so they're basically going to ask you a few questions. I normally go on, just type it in on the internet if I don't actually know the answer. So when a soldier mentions brain bucket, what is he referring to? And we've got the job. There we go. So now we can see what the income is. The income is really low at the moment. It's only 125. Like, my character probably earns about 4 million, I would say, or more a day. So yeah, it's quite surprising sometimes seeing like characters like this when you start a new game. Use remaining energy in gym. So let's go into city, go quick links. There it is, east side, and that's Big Owls, and it's one of these melee weapons. Now, I'm not really going to do much attacking, so I'll probably get the baseball bat, because that just seems quite easy for now. And then you go into your items and you click equip item, and now we've got that on us. What was the name of the person? Test dummy hashtag copy, and let's see if there's any people, and there is. Okay, let's see if we can kill this person then start fight, and yeah, we should be able to. The battle system is quite simple really. It's basically who has the best stats wins really. I'll hospitalize him. There we go. I normally skip everything and go straight for mansion. And then you would buy the ranch, and then you skip these two and go to private island. So our goal is to get 3 million. That's the first goal. Okay, so now we're at the casino. This is just a basic way of getting easy, fast money. You get 75 casino tokens every single day, and I recommend you to do this when you're a really low level, because it just gives you a little bit extra boost. And I could probably get to about level 5, 4 probably in one day if I'm doing all of these little things. So the best one, I always do the slots. Now the slots, you really don't gain any money out of it, but you could win the jackpot, and you know, if you won all of that, it would be pretty damn good. So you just put in a £10 bet, the slots go through. It's very unlikely that you'll win anything, but you can do that. So I'll just quickly do the slots and I'll be back in a minute, guys. Okay, so we're back again. I've just spent all of my casino tokens and the slots, and I've seemed to have won 180. That is actually quite a lot. I'm very surprised at that. So we'll go back to the missions now. So explore the dump. This is going to be an interesting one. This one is really not that efficient, but we'll just do a quick search. Wow, this has changed. And we found a small first aid kit by the person that. So we'll pick that up because that is handy. And every time you search the dump, it uses up 5 energy. And your energy and nerve and happiness and life regens. And you can see the little number. Next thing, let's see what else he wants us to do. Go into the item market. Okay. So in the item market, this is basically where everyone sells all the items that they have. So I could like search for anything, or we can go on this. So if there was like a specific thing we wanted, like ecstasy, then it would come up with specific players actually selling these items. And it's surprising how you can make a lot of money out of buying items for a very cheap price. So if I bought this one ecstasy now, I could probably sell it for about 5 grand more. I know 5 grand is much, but if you bought 100 of those, you'd be making like 500 grand. And that is a really good profit margin, but you really need to know how to work the system. Okay, so now we're going to go into crimes. This is a really efficient way of getting your stats up. Your level up. So first thing we need to do is get a bit of money. Now it's really going to be quite difficult, and you can see that I just spent a bit of my nerve. Let's go again and go again. Let's see what he wants us to do. 25. And then you need to do copied media as well. Okay. Shouldn't take too long. And we'll go and see if that one's done now. Yep. So make £50 selling copied media. Okay. So we'll just do one more, and just so we can use up all our nerve. And then we'll go and refill nerve bar. Okay, so we don't want to keep on using up our refills because that's just going to take up a lot of money. So we need to just see if there's a easier and way of doing this. So I'm just going to look on the item market quickly, and I'm going to look at alcohol. Now alcohol makes your nerve bar go up and just refills it. So we'll just look at how much it's selling for. So an average price at the moment is about 900. So we need to get quite a lot of these because every time we drink one of these beers, it gets our nerve bar up by 1. So we need to have probably about 10,000 before we start actually buying ourselves beers. So we just have to keep on refilling our nerve bar at the moment. Okay, so I think with these crimes you can actually fail them and go in prison, so just be careful doing them. And like I just said, just go into prison. So you really need to be careful. I think I have to do a bit more training before doing them. There we go. And we're in jail. How long? 1 hour and 17 minutes. We'll probably get bailed out. People do bust and anything, so there is a very likely chance that I'll get busted out. So we're out of jail, and if you look in events, there would probably be someone saying that they've busted me out of jail. So thank you, Jason, for busting me out. What I suggest is if you do actually fail it, you should probably go back to selling copied media, and you should go through these and do about 25 to 50. So I'm just going to quickly rack myself up and then I'll be back. Okay, so I'm going to just quickly check if I'm able to shoplift. Let's try again. And there we go. We finally got it. So now let's go to the city. Alright, I'm just going to... There's a city watch. I'll do that in a minute. Do the sweet shop and we'll sell ourselves one of these. We get £20 from this. It's not really that much, but it's better than nothing. You really want to get all the money you can get at the moment. There we go. And we sold that. Now we need to go back to missions. And by the way, with missions, you actually get a little bit of experience. So you might notice that if I've done one of the missions, you could probably level up by it. So you need to do all these missions just to get that initial step. No, I don't really use guns so much, so I'll probably just get a basic gun. How much have I got? 870. I'll get a Glock. Basic gun. Not really that good, but I'm not going to use that much anyway. Just using it to get some. So now we're going to go into ammo locker. And actually we'll go back a minute. When I equip our Glock first, then we'll go into ammo locker. And it should come up with our weapon somewhere. There it is. The 9mm rounds. So when I'll buy about 10 rounds. That should do. There we go. Okay, this guy seems to be a bit more tough than I thought. Okay, we could probably do it. I don't want to use up all my ammo. So I'm just going to... Oh, there we go. Now let's actually start shooting him. There we go, and we'll leave him. Now with leaving, it actually raises your level more if you leave them. So I advise you to do that. Now a really fast way of getting... Well, achievement is just do this. Just put in 100. And by doing this, you will get achievement once you've got your bank done. So it doesn't matter that I've just put in that much, but at least you can get this. So this is the most easiest achievement I can think of at the moment. And with achievements, every time you get achievements, you get 1 merit. Now with merits, you can use them to make your character even more stronger, I'd say. And explore factions. I would advise you to not go into a faction until you probably are level 25 plus. It is basically, it's not advised because a faction is where two teams go against each other and attack each other, and if you don't have high enough stats, then there's no point even you being in that faction. So you just will not bother even being in it. Okay, so now we're going to be doing some gym. So 10 and 10. Refill energy. And just do it like, I think this should be enough. And there we go, guys, we're level 2, so we've finally done it. So you definitely want to level up, because you would get awards from it, and you want to just keep on leveling up until you reach level 15. So we got a rank of beginner. Not too bad. What's our next one? An experienced. Okay. So with points, you can actually buy points from the points market, and this is a way of refilling your energy and nerve bars. There's loads of like things that you need to buy, but once we actually get to the point where we need it, I'll show you why you're going to need it. And you might have seen in the video something about the city watch that popped up. I've got that on my other character, and it tells me when I've got to certain destinations and when my energy's at full, so then I can just log on straight away. So with points market, you can actually buy points. Now, points are very expensive at the moment. And once you actually start earning millions every day, it doesn't seem that much. It's a really good way of actually making quick money as well, by buying points and sending them on. I used to do that quite a bit. But like 1 point is about 68 grand. And my character probably earns about 500 a day at the moment. So it's not even going to be possible. And then the donator house. Now this is how the actual game makes money. So it's surprisingly quite cheap. And I don't really actually buy any of this stuff, but if you actually want to be able to like make a lot of money from the game, and you don't actually mind spending real money, then you can actually sell these like donator packs. And donator packs just add to your, like, add on 50 energy, makes your recovery speed faster, and it's like you can resell it for 24 million. Now that is a lot of money, and if you bought a few of these and sold them, your character would be able to do quite a lot very fast. Okay, we're back again. So I've bought 2 donator packs, and with that you get 60 points. So I decided to put my 60 points on the points market, and I got myself 4 million. That's probably just about enough. With the other donator pack, I'm going to sell it when I really desperately need the money, but at the moment I think 4 million will do for the moment. So now we need to get ourselves some armor. For the moment, I'm just going to get the bare minimum, just literally the most basic stuff you can get, because I don't really think there's any point me actually having proper gear until my stats are good enough. Now the next thing I need is to go to the estate agents, and this is where we're going to get ourselves our mansion. There we go, and we're going to move in. Now the mansion has raised our happiness from 100 to 500, and with this mansion you can actually upgrade it. Now I can buy a large pool, I can get myself a hot tub, that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to get an open bar, a sauna, and then I think I'm going to leave those, the pool and the interior modifications for now. So I'm just going to upgrade those, and it should upgrade our happiness as well. There we go. Yep. And there we go, it's gone up to 600. So we've already gained 500 happiness from just doing that. Obviously we have to wait for our happiness to regen. Okay, from this point on, there is only a few things you can actually do in the game at the moment. Now, I can obviously refill my energy and nerve bars loads and do all that. I'm not going to refill my energy nerve bar because I'm going to first go into the item market and buy myself some beers. There we go, 70. Buy yourself about 70. You're going to need about 70 because we're going to be using up about 24 a day. There we go, yep. And we'll start drinking some. So we're on nerve. So all you do is drink, and okay. And you can see that it's got a amount you can drink. And I'm going to drink as much as I can for the moment. So I'm going to drink once it gets to 14. And I'll just keep on doing this. And once it's gone up to full, then obviously I can't keep on drinking them. So I'll just quickly do some crimes. The best thing to do now is just keep on doing shoplifting. Okay, and for the end of this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use your merits. So I've got 2 because I got 2 awards. You can easily get these awards if you just do the same as me. Now what I advise you to do is increase your nerve bar, and then the second one you use it on is your nerve points. And these 2 are just basically help with crimes. I can't, when I started the game I just put these mostly up to about, I think I got 6 in each. And then when I was doing a lot of crimes I pretty much never failed. It was very unlikely because we want to get ourselves up to level 15 as fast as we can. Now with the rest of these refills, we want to get them all into our gym stats. But with that guys, I think I'll wrap it up. And hopefully you enjoy this video. I'm going to try and level up to about level 15, and then I'm going to show you what you do from that point on. But if I don't do that, I'll show you my progress every day on this game, and I'll show you exactly how easy it is to get yourself really good at this game. So I'm Winnick3, and thank you for watching.